Good evening, you tubikins. What the crap is going on? HeirofCarthage here. I am going to bring you some more Otomo campaign, but I wanted to drop a little sneak peek right here where my cursor is circling. You might see a certain faction named, of which I might be hinting that there's an upcoming campaign which has long been foretold, that I have very much awaited. This campaign is going to come to you in a different way than campaigns have in the past, a way that I hope you'll find exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to record the entire campaign, and I'm going to release it. I haven't decided yet, and you all can tell me what you think. I'm going to record the entire campaign and either release it all at once, where it can be watched entirely in a playlist, like, you know, I'd upload it, keep it private in a playlist, and then unveil the playlist where you can watch the entire campaign. Or the other idea was that I complete it, release it on increments, where you all can watch, you know, pieces each day or whatever you want. And then what I'm going to do is save the last final stroke of the campaign, the final piece, and I will broadcast it live so that we can finish the campaign live. At least that was my thinking. Tell me what your feedback is, or if you think, that idea sucks altogether, just do it like usual. Yeah, we can go down that road. But I thought that I'd offer you something different by way of campaign. So there you go. There's a little announcement. Let's kick things back into high gear as we're on the counter attack against the these minions of the Ashikaga Shogunate, namely the Takeda and the Imagawa, who are my biggest foes, although the Hojo are still around as well. And of course all of them are in league, which pretty much makes sense. So there's really not many factions left. You got the Chosokabe, Hojo, Takeda. The Imagawa aren't one of the playable ones necessarily, but they're a major faction. So let's take a look at the clan management thing to see how close we are to victory. Actually quite close. Kyoto is the only province out of the required provinces, and we only need 2 more provinces in total. So we can win the game by capturing Kyoto and becoming Shogun. So the Hojo were defeated here. Got my troops gathering up down here. Just took Mimasaka back. I'm trying to think, so this army right here is the one that's got this special cavalry. I might want this army up around Kyoto. So I'm trying to think how I want to run this. I almost need a garrison to hold Tango here, so that my troops can focus all around Kyoto. I'm going to put a couple of forces near Kyoto so that I can siege it out and have way more than enough troops to finish the deed. I don't have any tersos up here though, which is unfortunate. I'd really like to use those guys, but I can only recruit them, I think, from my home province. So perhaps I shall go pick some up. It won't take that many turns, and I'm sure that we can make it happen. So let's go back here and recruit some. I'll get 3 units of tersos. This will be fun. And then let's see. I am going to recruit a Metsuke as well. He might get killed by those enemy agents that are there. I have a missionary here as well. He's not very high rank though, and he probably won't be able to do anything to those other guys. I'm going to keep that missionary around though, because he can help inspire my troops. I haven't used my agents very well in this. I did set up a few Metsukes recently to help boost my income. I've been making a lot of I've been playing the campaign on my own quite a bit, just kind of practicing and getting ready, to be honest. So I think that I'm going to be able to show you all some fun stuff that I haven't done before in this last one. My ship got stopped by some Takeda people blocking the way here, so let's knock them out because I want this ship to be able to get back. It's a couple of Sengoku Bunes. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve it. Yeah, I didn't lose any men. It was actually kind to me for once. Okay. Let's continue sailing back. Okay, so I'll pick up this tersos and bring them back up to the front. Okay. I think that's all I really need to do for now. I'll push up here and take this province. All I really need my daimyo to do is just hold here for now. I'm going to gather my forces in Mimasaka and then move those troops on and probably come at Kyoto from the south. So there we go. Let's go ahead and end this turn. See what happens. That ragtag Hojo trash is running back to start trying to raid my farms and stuff. Trying to raid trade, or I'm raiding their trade route. Great. Sweet, you're taking forever to move. Imagawa. Ooh, there is a little bit of a army. Suspicious death. Agent converted. So I'm guessing that was my missionary that just got converted. Metsuke increases in rank, or it could have been my Metsuke. We had a suspicious death though, and I'm hoping it wasn't my general. It wasn't. Looks like it was my missionary, and then my Metsuke got converted. So that ninja got the better of me there. I'm trying to think. Let's take a look at my agents here. My good missionaries are back here in the home front, and same thing with my Metsukes. I really don't have any good agents up front. Yep. So that's not going to be an option. Oh, I got a Metsuke that I can increase in rank here. Overseeing armies. There we go. Make them better at overseeing towns, since that's what I have him doing. That's what drives your income up, because you can collect more taxable income. I'll explain it more at a later point in time. Got forces training to hold Tango. You know what, if I'm training forces to hold Tango, I can just take this army here and just go ahead and start marching back to Kyoto. These Hojo troops are going to try and get behind me. I'll just train some additional troops to help hold the area down. I've got enough income to do so. And these Ashigaru troops aren't going to cost much, and they'll be very effective in helping me to hold down the situation. I might bring back one of my high-level missionaries to see if he can help me get rid of some of these enemy agents as well. On the end of this turn, I'll have my Tersos, so I can load them up. So many enemy navies everywhere. Thinking I might also recruit. I can't recruit Firebomb Caballas from there. Or here. That's unfortunate. Maybe I just captured those Firebomb Caballas. I'll recruit a Bokabai or something to help escort my ship there, just so we don't end up in another one of those ridiculous situations. Okay, should be good there. If I can, I'll also take out that Hojo army, but I'm not completely worried about it. Some of you have asked why I have so much Ashigaru in my armies. I don't know if some of you don't know the answer to this or not. Like, yes, I'm making decent income, but for those of you who are always like, how come you all don't just have samurai in your armies? These Ashigaru suck. These Ashigaru are like ridiculously cost effective. So they're great because they can soak up enemy charges, they can do all kinds of stuff, they can stop enemy cavalry, and then look, if you go here to, well, recruitment cost, upkeep cost, right here, 75, and then check this out. So that was an Ashigaru unit. Look at the upkeep cost, 150, it's double. So basically I can afford 2 Ashigaru units to 1 samurai unit. And I promise you on the battlefield, I can beat a Katana Samurai with 2 Yari Ashigaru. So the point for me is that I need the Samurai units for certain jobs, and I need the Ashigaru units for certain jobs, and it also keeps my budget from dying. So that upkeep means that I have to pay like 150 koku every turn for the upkeep of those Katana Samurai. Very expensive. Look at these cavalry, 200 upkeep cost. It's expensive, so there's a reason why I don't do that. So for those of you like losing it because I'm not building the big amazing armies like you'd like to see. There's a reason for it, because it'll bankrupt me. They've done that to make this more like real life. Now, could I afford some more right now? Yes, I can. But at the same time, you know, people can get into my trade route, they can screw things up, and then all of a sudden I'd be in the negative, and things would just get kind of ugly. So I'm not going to mess with that right now. Alright, so my two Sengoku Bunes and Bokabayas are going to come under attack here. I don't know where my other ships went that was supposed to be supporting this. I honestly doubt there's a way I can win this, and I honestly don't care, so I'm just going to auto-resolve it. My other fleet was up here repairing. I'll just come down with my other fleet and knock these guys out. This is of little consequence to me, as that it doesn't really give them any advantage. Alright. I don't know why these guys take so long in their turn. Okay, I'm going to get attacked by an Imagawa Navy here. Huh. Tornado warning in my area. Well, Air's going to go check the weather. Alright, YouTube, Patchy exterminated the tornado, so no worries, let's get back to business. Alright, the battle is starting. Technically, the computer has a decent force here. I don't know if it's enough to win. Obviously, the Bokabayas are going to set me on fire numerous times. So that's kind of to be expected. And then they have 4 Sengoku Bunes. But it basically takes like 3.5 of those Sengoku Bunes to equal the amount of men that are on my ship. So I'm feeling pretty safe, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sail back here behind these islands and use the islands to make it to where the enemy army can't just, or the enemy navy can't just maneuver in a circle around me, and do what they like to do, which is just continually light me on fire while staying just outside of my matchlock range. And so I'm going to use this whole area as a choke point, and it works out really well, or at least I hope it will. The idea is that it works out really well. So yeah, the storm warning right in the middle of the video. Didn't expect that. But oh well. Like I said, nothing going down tonight. Air can go about his business of becoming Shogun. What a pretty view. Check that out. Hopefully we'll get to see the cannons fire here. Add to the lovely view. Sweet. Nothing like a little carnage to create a beautiful scene there. There is a Sengoku Bune coming around the island. He is in a hurry, and look, the pathfinding has got him screwed up. He's kind of stuck over here. I guess they're going to get off and try and walk across the island or something. I don't know what those clowns are up to. Okay, I'm going to kind of bring my ship to bear right here and just leave it be. Thinking about turning fire wheel off and trying to hit the Bokabayas. I'd really like to put them out of commission, if at all possible. I did get a strike there. You can see some damage on the hull. The Sengoku Bunes, the reason why I don't worry about them is because they kind of have to get close to me in order to, you know, use their strength, which means that my matchlocks will get them. So I'm not as concerned about the Sengoku Bunes. So I'm going to take a little bit of cannon fire at this Bokabaya and see if I can get some lucky shots. Yep, right here we got a waver going. I killed a couple of their men, and the hull damage is probably what's causing them to waver. Sometimes if you get enough hull damage, it'll create a waver. At least I think it will. I think there's some kind of concern due to damage or something. I'm going to go ahead and flip fire at will on here. That way my matchlocks can do their business. There we go. Got matchlock fire going on. The matchlock fire will knock these guys out really quick. See, one of the Bokabaya is still wavering, and if I can get one of these Sengoku Bunes to rout, it could start to get contagious. There we go. Nope, that Bokabaya stabilized now that it's back here around more of its own troops. You see a lot of bow fire coming in, but almost no effect. I don't see any flaming arrows yet. It may have been the Imagawa that I wasn't really certain if they had flaming arrows because I haven't seen them shoot them yet. Don't want to jump the gun here and make that a final assumption, but I think that it looks to be true. And the reason why their arrows don't do much is because you can see the side of the ship here. See the arrows just sticking into the railing, and there's definitely some protection. And the angle at which the arrows come in have to be pretty much just right in order to get some kills. So even though the ship has an open deck, it's pretty well protected. I do believe my matchlocks are in range. I think I want to move up even closer though, just to really finalize this even quicker. Let's put the ship onto fire at will here. Okay. I pulled up to where my matchlocks will have better shots. Be point blank, basically. So this is exactly why I did this. You can see I picked the islands here. It bunched up the enemy due to the poor pathfinding, and basically took advantage of that to prevent them. Oh look, they finally got a kill. Yeah, my matchlocks are wrecking these guys. Now the matchlock's firing at that Bokabaya. It's gonna put an end to them as well. Oh, I guess they got 2 kills with their bows. Pretty impressive, huh? Well, that is going to be the end of the fleet on this side. I'm sure that just in sailing past, I'll route that last Bokabaya, and we'll just sail around the other side and take care of this Sengoku Bune. So that is indeed the end of that. So the matchlocks on your Nanban ship are definitely the deadliest weapon, because they've nerfed the cannon. I mean, not that the cannon is useless by any means, especially on like heavy ships and stuff. It'll beat up the heavy ship's hull and make it easier for you to route a heavy ship. Now I'll just sail around the island here. And I've increased the sail on my Nanban ship here too. It makes it a little bit quicker. Otherwise this boat is pretty slow when it's sailing not at full sail. And I'm just going to come around right behind that Sengoku Bune. You can see my men still here mercilessly firing onto the surrendered Bokabaya. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you can tell that these guys work for Patchy. They are completely devoid of concern for human life. Let's see, here we go. So you all getting excited for Rome 2 or what? So I was doing some reading about Rome 2 online today, and obviously I don't think anything's for certain yet because the game, isn't released and we don't know everything, but I was reading some interesting stuff about what they're planning for the campaign and some of the things that they say about the campaign. It sounds like you're going to be able to create custom legions and maybe give them certain weapon types, maybe certain characteristics. So you know how typically you put like a retinue on your general? It sounds like you're going to be able to do such a thing for maybe legions of troops. I'm not sure how it applies to other factions or if it just applies to the Roman faction. It's kind of hard to say, like I said, because the game is still not really at a point where we know everything about it. I'm kind of hoping that we see more information and some releases soon. Obviously, I'm keeping an eye on what's getting released so that hopefully I can bring you as much information as possible. You can watch my matchlocks picking these guys apart. I don't know why my cannons aren't firing. There we go. Good, good. So yeah, that's it's going to be interesting to see the game release. Now, the thing that's kind of weird to me is that we've heard almost nothing about multiplayer on Rome 2, which is kind of frightening. I'm hoping we hear something soon. It kind of worries me that they haven't said anything, because obviously a lot of us are very much looking forward to multiplayer, and I think that all of us would love to play Rome Total War without an urban cohort spam. And I think we captured more than half of the enemy fleet there because they surrendered. I might keep a couple of those ships just for escort purposes, especially considering they just sunk my other fleet, so it won't really be any higher upkeep for me, really. Plus, I've got to really repair my Nanban ship anyway. So let's take a look at what we captured. This is the Bokabaya I trained. We'll just scupper it. We don't need it because I captured a couple here. I'll just keep these ships, repair all of them. And then let's take these Tersos and put them on this navy. And then the missionary. Okay. Alright, we should be in good shape there. There is a Takeda navy, and there's quite a few ships in this area, to be honest. Got some of these ships that I repaired in the past, we can pull them in. All my ships are in pretty good shape now, except for this medium Bune. Might need a little bit of repair, but it's not that bad. There's a lot of enemy navies up here, but I'm not really concerned. They could stop my trade temporarily, but I think I have enough money to get by regardless. Plus I've got this other fleet here, these firebomb kabayas and stuff. I'm going to come back out here and raid this trade route and see if I can draw someone's attention. I doubt that they'll want to come attack me, but I can at least try and goad them into doing so, maybe try and keep them away from my trade fleets. I also heard that raiding and stuff, that was something I was reading about the campaign. I don't know about sea raiding, but I know that raiding is going to be a little bit different. It was very interesting sounding type of setup on Rome 2, and again, all the stuff I'm hearing is probably quite preliminary, and it's hard to say exactly, but very, very interesting sounding stuff. So it sounds like they may really be trying to up the ante with Rome 2, which is good. I think that that's what all of us expect. +1 morale for all units. Heck yes. And I'll take the campaign movement range. Okay. We should be in pretty good shape here. I'm going to take this army and go ahead and march on Setsu. There's a couple of enemy forces outside of Setsu here. I'm surprised those Takeda forces stood their ground. That was pretty stupid, to be honest. Alright, so we are back in Setsu. I know they all missed me. Their evil overlord is back. I'm going to train a few troops here to guard this area. We'll get a Matsuke out there also, and then we'll take these troops down here to Setsu, and we can really start to make a push on the Shogunate now. So in this place, let's see, I've got 3 Yari Ashigaru. I'm training a couple of Bo Ashigaru. Let's trade out one of those Bo Ashigaru and start training some matchlocks, because they can really help me lock down this castle, to be honest. And then I'll be able to lock down this choke point here where enemy armies can't get past me, and then I'll use the combination of my daimyo and the other troops in the area to just really put overwhelming force on Kyoto. We could probably go ahead and do a little bit of scouting around Kyoto here soon. I do want to bring back these Tersos though, so I think these guys are repairing this turn. They are. Let's go ahead and end this turn and see what happens, and I'll get those Tersos on the way back over here and join them up with one of my armies. So I'll probably give them to the army that my daimyo is in. Let's see. Oh good, they're going to pull that monk. I don't know what he's up to. Probably just demoralizing my army. I don't think I have an agent there, and I don't think the enemy monk can do anything to your generals. Ooh, big army. I was wondering what they were up to. So they just raided the library, and then they just dropped an army back in Kyushu. So I do have an army on Kyushu. It's not a very big one, but it's one that'll get the job done, and especially against this little Hanma army. So we'll just quickly go take care of business here. We can intercept them straight away. It's just some light cav and katana samurai. Nothing special here. Just gonna auto-resolve that because it's a waste of time. So the Hanma might want to try a little bit harder than that if they expect me to take it seriously, but that's why I left that army back on Kyushu, because that's a typical move from the AI. That is a big army, but it's all like Yari Ashikaru, which means that it's going to get pretty chopped up by one of my better armies and my armies that have matchlocks here. I did lose one of my matchlock units here. These are all imported matchlock units. Yeah, imported matchlock. That's probably what I'm training at. Well, this one might actually... Yeah, this one's actually a Otomo matchlock Ashigaru. You have to have a certain building to train the actual matchlock, but you can import them in certain locations. think you have to have a trading port. Oh no, that's a Nanban trade port. I'm Christian though, yeah, so there's no ill effects. I forgot about that, yeah, so I forgot this was a Nanban trade port. Okay, let's get the fleet with the Tersos moving this way. We'll pull it right up to Setsu and drop the forces there. Looks like it'll take me 3 turns to get back there. Okay. And then this army from the, I don't know how to say their name. I keep calling them the Sui. I know some of you don't think that's right. If it's not, I apologize, but I guess that's what I've just been calling it. I think I'm going to put this Metsuke, or wait. I wonder, Metsuke is usually, nah, they're not any good at getting rid of monks. I'll just oversee the settlement there. And then I'm moving both these armies. This would be a good army to intercept this one with. Or this one right here. It's got the Dunderbuss cap. I could have a fun time with that too. Whatever happens, we'll make some good use of it. So let's go ahead and let's see. You know what? These ports down here are rather pointless to protect because I have no trade routes. I'm going to move this fleet up here to assist my trade fleets. There's a small Takeda fleet there. I'm going to go ahead and knock them out of the way here. They're going to stand their ground. That's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure I can take them. Alright, the battle is underway. I'm going to do my typical formation with the Nanban ship in the center, laying down cannon and matchlock fire, while I move my medium bune and firebomb kabayas to intercept and destroy incoming ships. This bow kabaya was under fire, and I must have gotten a hit because they've lost a man. Yep, just got some solid hits there too. Their hull strength is dropping. Usually the bow kabayas don't get routed before they get to you though. Obviously I'm going to intercept that bow kabaya with these firebomb kabayas here. I'm just kind of waiting a little bit for it to get closer because I don't want the bow kabaya to have too many open shots with its arrows. So here I come with the firebomb kabayas at this point. Actually, I could run across and drop a mine in front of him too. Some of you want to see me use these mines. Oh, he didn't quite hit the mine. I have to try not to hit the mine. It's sitting right here in the water. I'm going to wheel this ship back around and drop another mine here. Ooh, that bow kabaya just might hit that mine. It's getting pretty close to it. Or was that the mine? I can't tell what just happened. It might have just hit something. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see if we can mine this Sengoku Bune. I don't use these mines very often. I'm not used to know how to do it. I don't see the mine in the water here, though. Yeah. I think it blew up. Let's see if I can wheel around. I'm honestly not even paying attention with my Nanban ship. I don't guess that... Oh, both the... No, they do have fire arrows. 2 of their bow kabayas are gone, though. What I'll do is try and get out here into the path of these enemy ships with my firebomb kabayas and see if I can stop them and lay a mine. Come try and intercept them over here. Oh, it dropped a little inside where I wanted it to.
Fire! One of our ships has been set up.
Oh, there we go. I basically just dropped the mine right on top of him. Oh, that was cruel. No, the other one blew up too. They got close enough to it. Good gravy. Those mines are a lot of fun. Glad you all reminded me to use those. That was entertaining. I think my firebomb kabaya is gonna get maybe another volley there. Not quite. Okay, they're gonna rout. Yeah, those mines did the trick. Oh, that was entertaining.